Hola a todos, bienvenidos a un nuevo episodio del podcast. Tenemos, bueno, el invitado repite, es Javier Barón. Javier Barón, ¿cómo estás? Hola, ¿qué tal?
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás, Jesús?
Bienvenido otra vez al podcast. Bueno, vengo a presentaros este episodio que va a ser en inglés, entonces el principio en castellano, para deciros un poco de qué trata. Y vamos a hablar con el invitado sobre su experiencia en Estados Unidos y un poco también sobre la cultura de Estados Unidos. Así que nada, ya cambiamos al inglés. Well, I want to start talking about your experience in the USA. Tell us something about.
Okay, that's one of my best experiences in my life, probably.
How you end up there?
Yeah, this was in 2018. I was studying biology in the university in Alicante. There was this kind of mobility like Erasmus, but outside Europe. And I really wanted to go to Costa Rica. But that moment,
Because of the wildlife there.
yes, I was studying biology and I was like in love with Costa Rica and every tropical area, and I really wanted to go there to study, but at that time there was no option to go to Costa Rica, and I was checking the places and there was this option, the United States, and I was not really into the mood to go there. I was like, I don't really like American people and the USA. Everything is like so like a movie. Maybe it was something in my mind that was I was not feeling comfortable with the USA. But for some reason I said, well, why not? Let's give it a try and let's go to see what happened.
Maybe it depended more on the area you went to.
Yeah, it
Because
depends.
USA is so big.
Yeah, it's
And
really
so different in
different.
every-
The S
in every
area
part.
and the West, it's like a different country. But yeah, I was finally in Arizona, and it was like totally different than what I imagined. I was thinking like it was a movie before going there, but everything was so different. I mean, for example, I could imagine like it was so wild, like a lot of places with nobody, no buildings, no cities.
Just nature.
Yeah, just nature, and it was amazing that feeling, like miles and miles and nothing. Yeah.
Only wildlife.
Yeah, that's it, and it was awesome. Yes.
But did you live in the exact city of, well, or in some big city?
Well, I was in
I was going to tell you about the city of Arizona, but Arizona is a state.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
it's a
The
state.
city, the main city is Phoenix.
Yeah, the main city is Phoenix, and there is also Tucson. That's one of the
yeah.
like the second biggest city, like in the desert, pure desert. But I was more in the north, in a high mountain, in a small town. It's called Flagstaff, and it was the Northern Arizona University.
Like a campus there.
Yeah, it was a campus. I was living in a campus. The whole experience of living in a campus with the fraternities and everything, and it was really cool. I think. I mean, it was in the mountain. It was snowing in May. Before
Yeah.
going there, I was thinking, well, I'm going to the desert, and this is gonna be like
So hot
like hell.
the whole year.
Yeah, that's it. But it was so different. It was like a forest with pines and snowing, raining every day.
Mm.
Yes.
But it doesn't even snow here in May. So there, I
Yeah.
wouldn't think of
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
It was almost like 3,000 meters height, so it was really high. And also there is like athletes going there to
To train there with less oxygen.
Yeah, that's it. And they had like a lot of installations for training, and it was awesome. It was
Inside of the
cool.
campus?
Yeah, inside the campus, and I was able to use it, to use the swimming pool and everything, and it was good. Also the gyms and everything.
And what are the difference you find between Spain and USA? Talking specifically about the university.
Okay, about the university. Well, first of all, it was really expensive to study there. For the American people, they told me that it was like 10,000 every semester, like 20,000 a year, or maybe even more if you take into account the insurance and everything.
They are forced to work to pay their studies.
Yeah, they or maybe their parents, they need to work. It's true that they earn more money than here, but even though it's so expensive, yes. And also the insurance, the I mean the safe insurance, it's really 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 high.
Well, there is
Expensive.
also students' loans. And some people, I don't know the word for this, like beca in Spanish.
Yes. When I was there, they
Subvention. Or
they gave me like $3,000. I wasn't expecting that, but they told me that they do it for everyone, like a way to help to study.
And you went, okay, thank you.
Yeah,
I'll accept them.
Okay. Yeah, for them it's like nothing, but I was really.
You were blessed.
Yeah, that's it. And well, it's hard to say this, but I ended up expanding it in travels. Yeah.
It was like some extra money.
Yeah, that's it. To go to the Grand Canyon or Monument Valley, or maybe to New York. Yeah.
And you were talking also about the distance, the big distance between the places.
Yes.
And in this case, there is something near that area you were living.
Well, in Flagstaff, there is the Route 66 going through.
It passed through that.
Yeah. But if you go like I think 1.5 hours by car, there is the Grand Canyon. That's the one of the nearest cities from the Grand Canyon is Flagstaff, and you think 1.5 hours it's like a bit far from if you take into account the distances here in Europe, but
yeah, maybe there is not so big, but
yeah,
here.
It's like really close there. Well, there you can normally if you need to go from one city to another, it's normally like 10 or 12 hours.
Which is the speed limit there?
There is
well, it's in miles.
yeah, that's in miles.
It's hard to understand for us.
The thing is that I wasn't really taking care of that because there is no radar for the limit. There is the police watching you, but normally they are not there. So
maybe they surprise you suddenly, but
yeah, that's it. No, they appear suddenly, but normally there is nothing that stops you. The streets, the highways are like really straight, and you can go fast and don't feel the danger.
It's like Castilla-La Mancha here.
Yeah, it's similar, and also
like
the cars are huge, and you don't feel like it's moving like uncontrollable.
Okay, and automatic too.
Yeah, it's automatic. You just press the brake and just go. Yeah.
It's so easy to drive. Huh?
Yeah, it's for dummies. Yeah.
It would be the perfect fit for me.
Well, probably. I don't know. I like to drive with no automatic, but yeah, it's easier.
But you did need a specific driving license for there, or?
Yeah, there is a driving license, but it's like so easy to get. You can get it when you are 16. It's 18, but you don't have to pass like a really hard exam, and it's for me it was a surprise because you can drive with 16, you can have a gun with 16, but you cannot drink alcohol until 21.
21. Yeah.
So it's something I cannot understand. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing. Yeah. And for us, it's so strange, but yeah. For
Yeah.
them, sometimes I think why they get the driving license at 16. It's maybe because of the distance. They are so bigger distance, and they have to drive
Yeah.
to all the places. They can go walking.
Yeah, when you are there, you see that it's really important to have a car there, because even in a small city or small town, the distances are really, really high. There is normally there is no high flats with a lot of floors. It's like houses and a lot of land.
Mm.
So the distances are really, really high. You cannot go walking to everywhere.
Yeah. And there is public transport.
Normally, it's not possible to go by public transport. I
Mm.
mean, if you go to LA or New York, Chicago,
Yeah.
there is public transport, but
It's easier there.
Yeah, if you go to Oklahoma, for example, there is no public transport.
Yeah.
You need to have a car to go everywhere. Yeah,
Mm.
it's something that I think they need to fix. Also, there is no trains anywhere. Like it's
not connected by train.
Yeah, it's the country with one of the countries with the lowest amount of trains of rails.
Yeah.
So it's really surprising. Yes.
Mm.
I remember I went to
Maybe as you were saying, in the bigger cities, they're more used to take the train or the.
Yeah, but it's
or the
like
subway.
short distances. It's more the subway, but not the train for a long distance to go, for example, from
like
from
here
the
the
east to
Ave
the west.
or.
That's it. I remember I went to LA from Flagstaff. It was by car like 14 hours, something like that.
Oh
But
my God!
I went by train.
Did you kiss the floor when you arrived?
Yeah, I was. It was
I would
crazy.
have done it.
Yeah, it was too much. But I had a bad idea. I went by train, but it was terrible. It was a train it took 30 hours, triple the amount of going by car. I do not recommend it. Definitely.
13 hours. Oh my God!
Yeah, 30 hours.
And how many kilometers?
I don't know. I don't remember, but
But by car it's shorter. No, it's less
by,
time.
By car it's 12 or 14 hours, but by train is 30 hours.
30.
30.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh my God! You
Too
sleep on the train.
Yeah, there was a bed in the seat was kind of like a bed, so you can sleep. It's a lot of time.
Did you sleep?
Yeah, but it was non-stop, from Flagstaff to LA non-stop, 30 hours inside the train. It was crazy.
Zero stops to.
Zero stop. Yeah.
To any people on in other cities or.
Yeah, no, non-stop. It was really strange because there is nothing in the middle. It's so
everything
strange.
is desert there.
Yeah, it's the desert, the Death Valley, and there is nothing there, so there is no reason to stop.
And what did you visit in LA?
In LA, well, I went to the city, the Los Angeles. Also, I went to San Francisco, and then I went to the national parks. This is the thing that I like the most. I went to Sequoia National Park and also to Monument Valley. I really recommend that one. It's awesome.
It's where at the president's or no? The monument.
No, that's Mount Roosevelt. That's not.
Okay, no, that's in the near New York or something like that.
Yeah, it's in the south of Canada, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't went there. It was
And a sequoia is a tree. It's a big tree
yeah, sequoias. That's
with so much longevity also.
yeah, one of them, the General Sherman. That's the biggest tree in the world. It's 127 feet.
Tall.
Well, I mean, not feet, meters. It's yeah, 127 meters tall, and it's huge. Yeah.
Mm.
You
And-
have to go there to see.
I would love to. Okay, and you told before that you spent all your money in in a trip. Tell us about that trip.
Yeah, all the money they gave me from the University of Alicante and also from the NAU, I spent it in traveling. I was traveling like every weekend. I was there. I was there for a year, and I was traveling every weekend.
Short trips, no? Because it's just a weekend.
Yes.
You don't get to go to.
Well, it depends.
far.
Sometimes we were leaving like on Thursday to have more time because we were students and well we kind
You
of
were skipping classes.
yeah we were able to skip some classes. So yes, we were trying to go a bit far, but as I told you, the distances are really high. But yes, we were trying to travel every weekend. Maybe we even took some flights to go to Las Vegas or something similar. And after my staying there, I was traveling for a whole month from all.
At the end of the year, no? Of the scholar year.
Yeah, that's it. Across the United States, like 25 states.
Mm.
Yeah, that I think. Well, I don't think that was the best trip of my life. Yeah.
It was for a whole month.
Yeah, whole month, and I was traveling with two other friends by car. We were students, so we don't have a lot of money, so we were even sleeping in the car with no shower. You can imagine the smell there.
Bad conditions.
Yeah, but it was awesome. There was no other option to do it. I think in my life.
And I'm thinking, as much as you enjoy nature, in that case you would enjoy that trip because there are a lot of desert or not so much bigger cities.
Yeah, we were going from the west coast to the east coast. The half west of the United States is like desert everywhere, like no forest.
Far west.
Yeah, that's it. That's the far west, and there was no forest normally. But when you go from the middle to the east, it's like a lot of forest, like a lot of high density of trees, and the Mississippi area. That's crazy. A lot of it's like almost tropical.
The Mississippi passes through 5 states or something like that.
Yes, it goes from the north.
It's some of it's some of the biggest river in the world.
Yeah, that's the second largest river, if I'm not wrong. So people correct me if I'm wrong, but I think
Amazonian first.
Yeah, I think it's first the Amazonian, and the second one, I think it's the Mississippi, but I'm not sure about the Nilo. I'm not totally sure, but yeah, that's one of the longest ones. Yeah. So yeah, the Mississippi that was that area was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and how many cities you visited, or like bigger cities?
A lot. I lost the count, but almost from I don't know. It was 25 states and a lot of cities, a lot of natural parks, a lot of wildlife. I was really looking into wildlife, into birds. So yeah, a lot. I saw a lot of things.
Did you see some animals that you weren't seen before?
Yes, I do, but mostly birds. A lot of bird species, before going there, I had like 200 species here in Spain and Europe, and there in the United States I saw like more than 300. So it was crazy. Yes.
Only during that month?
During the whole year in the United States, but during that month it was a lot more. Yes.
And did you find there some people passionate about birds?
Yes, I was near the Grand Canyon. I was trying to see the California condor. It's one of the most endangered species in the United States and also in the world. And I was there trying to see it, and there was a guy, a biologist. He told me that he was a condor biologist. I was like,
only for condors?
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's so specifically. And yeah, only for California condor and the Andean condor in Chile. So I was in love with that work. It was an amazing guy. Yes. And I was like, is it possible to see condor here? And he was like, yeah, it's so easy, and just come here and see.
There are so many condors there.
Not so many, but he was really
like going to the exact places.
Yeah, that's it. Like showing where to see it.
Yeah, and if he was specialized, I suppose that it was easy for him to find them.
Yeah, he has told us, go there and you will see a lot of them.
Yeah. And did you specialize in something there to study, or it was like more generic thing?
Well, I was studying some class. I took some classes of biology. It was one of them was zoology, also ornithology. I was in love with that class because the exam was like, what song is this bird? And it was
what song?
Yeah, like the song of the bird. The
okay.
Yeah, the
well, the way he sings or it sings.
That's it. Yeah. How they talk. I mean.
Okay, I was thinking about some songs of
no,
a band or something.
Yeah, it's the sound they make, and I was thinking, okay, this is so easy because they are birds. I know everything about them, but it was birds from the United States, and it wasn't that easy. I wasn't really into those birds. Yeah.
And did you have in mind to stay living there, or?
No, I was completely sure that
that you would come back.
Yeah, I was staying there and enjoying as much as I could, but I was sure that I will be coming back to Europe because life there is a bit hard. You have to spend a lot of money in your insurance, in your studies, and it's somehow I see it's really hard to live there.
It's so expensive compared to Europe.
Yeah, and also it wasn't easy to stay there for longer because I had 1 year visa for studying, and after that they kick you out of there. You just have to leave, and
with no concern.
Yeah, it's not possible to stay there for more time
unless you find a job there.
Yeah, if you find a job or you marry with someone, it's possible, but it wasn't easy to.
But it wasn't inside of your plans.
No, on that time, no, definitely.
Yeah, and well, can you tell us about how it was your day there, your routine, or?
Okay. Well, I was starting classes at 9 in the morning, but before starting classes, I was waking up maybe at 5 in the morning. I took my bike. I had a bike there, and I was riding
to be able to arrive at time.
No,
You
I
have
mean,
to
I mean, I
go
was
there at 5. At
no,
5
I mean,
a.m.
I was living inside the university in a campus, so I
Okay.
was that distance
You
wasn't
were-
that high.
You were near.
Yeah, but I was riding my bike to like a near natural place to see birds and wildlife. So I was trying
Every
to,
day before classes.
yeah, every day I was waking up at 5. I was like, okay, I'm here in the United States. I have to enjoy. I have
To profit the time.
spend as much time as possible here. So yeah, I was trying to have 2 days in one, you know. So yeah, I
Wake
was,
up so early.
yeah, waking up at 5, then going to classes. After that, in the afternoons, spending time with my partners. There was like the campus was like international campus with a lot of people from everywhere. They were from Europe, also from Asia, also from the United States. I remember spending a lot of time talking with them and sharing experiences and everything. That was really, really fun, really awesome.
Yeah, and you get the chance to learn about other cultures.
Yeah,
Not
in
only
fact,
the USA culture.
that's it. In fact, I had, apart from these biology classes, I also had another one. It was called Connecting Across Cultures. We
yeah.
were a lot of students from different places, and yeah, we were sharing experiences or how we see the things in our country, how we see, for example, friendship or family. And I was surprised of how different it was between one country and another.
Yeah, it's good to open your mind and to really get to understand all
Yeah,
the people. Yeah,
it was an amazing experience.
and there is some learning you get from these classes.
Mostly the friendship thing. For American people, for example, you consider a friend for like a person that it's not. I mean, when you are, in my case, for example, to consider a friend, it's someone who is gonna be there for the whole life. You have, I mean, a good friend is there
Like
for,
a
for
long-term
everything.
relationship.
Yeah, like a long term, and if you have any problem, you just can call him or her and have a conversation. But for American people, a friend is something temporal for, have a nice day or a nice night. They consider you like a friend for that moment, but after a week, they disappear. It's really strange. Also for the family, the American people is really focusing how to improve their self,
Their individuality.
personal development, and they are not really
Making
into
money.
family or that's it, and be their own boss. Yes, they don't really have like a friend, how we consider it here, or even the family. They are there, but not so important.
And they aren't so familiar either.
No, they leave the parents' house when they go to university, and here in Spain normally you go to university and you go back to.
Yeah, you still live in your parents' place.
Yeah, you still live there. You go to sleep there, but they normally go to study in a different state, and they stay there for the whole year outside. So yeah, they don't really have a lot of relation with the parents.
Yeah, it makes sense because they leave their house when they are just 18.
Really young.
So young.
Even in high school, normally they leave the house and they go to a campus, so they are not living.
Yeah,
there.
during high school also.
Even high school. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah. But maybe from 14 years old. Or...
Yeah, probably kind of something like that. So it's a really different relation.
And did you get the vibe that the whole country was like that, or only specific people?
Yeah, it was the whole country because you had people. I was there in Arizona, and you had people from Chicago, from LA, from New York, from Atlanta, everywhere. So they were all doing the same. For some reason, they were not staying there in the same place. There was no people from Arizona studying in Arizona normally.
Okay.
It was strange for me.
Yeah, it's curious because as you are telling me, I think that you get to know a representation of the whole country and of the whole world also, because you have the people from different places.
Yes, that's
all in one place. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons of why finally I ended up loving the experience in the United States, because I was able to know people from everywhere. I know a guy. He was my flat partner. He was in my house, and he was from Sri Lanka, and yes, the life there was really different. He was explaining me how the life was, and I was really surprised. For example, I was trying to enjoy time there, to travel, to visit things, but he was like, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to study, and I just have to study and
so focused in
to improve my marks and
in his work.
Yeah, do the best.
But I think maybe because for him it was even a greater sense of I have to take profit of this experience, because maybe I don't have any of these in the future.
Yeah, I think that's true, and maybe it was even harder for their family to send their son to the United States.
Yeah.
I mean, Sri Lanka is not as advanced as here.
And in my case also, when I was little, I used to think about United States to go living there, or I love the country. But now I don't have the same opinion. I would love to visit there and to have the experience, to see some things I want to see there. Yeah, mainly the big cities or some basketball like the NBA. But the rest of it, I would not live there for years, for example.
Yeah, definitely. You have to go there to see the country, but not only the big cities, because to get an idea of how they live, I think you have to go to small towns and to know the country exactly.
To know it properly.
But yeah, I'm not sure about the American dream as a thing.
Yeah, I think they are so good selling it to us, to the rest of the world.
Yes,
but it's not something that real.
Yeah, they do that great. Also, when you talk with the American people and you ask them if they have ever traveled, they say yes. I went to LA. I went to.
Yeah.
New
only
York,
inside of the United States.
Yeah, that's it. You ask them if you go outside the United States, and they are like, no, why? I don't need to do it. Yeah, what's the reason of that?
Yeah, I think they see their country as a continent.
Yes,
and as you were telling me about before about how all the people travel to a different state to study, and I was thinking that it's like if here you go to another country to study.
Yeah, it's like if you go to Belgium or Germany.
The states as countries, yeah.
That's it. I think they consider like that, and normally they don't think going outside the United States. They think they have everything there. It's really, really strange, and they also refer to the United States as America, as a whole thing, and they don't consider South America as America. It's something different.
I was talking to a friend the other day, and she told me she went to United States plenty of times, and she was telling me that some people there ask her, think that Spain it was besides Mexico.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's something so common there. Yeah.
Yeah, they are not really into geography. It's tough for them.
It's not one of their value, of their main values.
It's really tough for them. Yes.
Yeah. I think this little critique, it's a good way to close the episode. So thank you very much
Okay.
for coming.
Thank you so much for having me here and allow me to talk about experience.
It's been an interesting experience to share.
Thank you so much.
Bueno, pasa en español. Gracias por escuchar y nada, nos vemos en el siguiente. Chao.